Hey guys, it's Hannah again. I know it's been a little while since you've seen my face, but it also looks kind of weird today, but don't worry, I didn't get punched in the eye. I just had makeup on yesterday, and no matter how hard I try, it just doesn't come out, so I look like I got punched in the face, I guess. So anyway, you may have noticed I've been in a bit of a Pokemon mood lately. I'm still kind of in that, so today, since I sort of need to stall for time to train up my Pokemon, I'm almost there, but not quite yet. I decided to do a Pokemon tag. So there are 50 questions on here, so I guess we should get started instead of having me talk the whole time, which is going to happen anyway, but... So, question 1, who is your favorite Pokemon? I've been asked this so many times, and I can't decide on just one. So, several of the ones you're about to hear are some of my favorites. So, I guess let's use these answers to answer that one. Question 2, your favorite Fire-type Pokemon? Probably the Growlithe or Vulpix lines. I think Vulpix is cuter, but I've always used Growlithe when I played through Pokemon Fire Red, and that was like my first Pokemon game. So yeah, it's between the two of them. Had I been playing through Leaf Green, it probably would be Vulpix for sure, but I have a sentimental thing with Growlithe now. Favorite Ice-type Pokemon? There aren't a whole lot of really good Ice types, so I would say Lapras. Question 4, favorite Grass-type Pokemon? The Bulbasaur line, for sure. I always choose Bulbasaur now when I start playing in Pokemon Fire Red. And actually the first time that I played, I had chosen Squirtle, but I wanted to beat Gary, and when I found out in the anime he had a Squirtle, I thought, hey, I can beat him if I get a Bulbasaur. And then I didn't realize that he would just pick Charmander. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm trying to sort out what I was thinking. Yeah, I didn't realize at the time, that he would just pick whatever's strong against your Pokemon. But I still pick Bulbasaur now, because once I start picking something, I realize how cute it is. That's what happened with Mudkip. Okay, so question 5, favorite Poison-type Pokemon? Yeah, I'm gonna try to not repeat Pokemon just because they're dual-typed. So, in this one, I'm going with Nidoran. Well, the Nidoran lines. Mainly the female one, because that one looks cuter to me. And also the Salandit line, Salandit and Salazzle, because I found out about their ability Corrosion. It can poison other poison types and steel types, so that's really cool. Question 6, your favorite normal type Pokemon? I would say Eevee, probably. Question 7, your favorite flying type? Probably Oricorio, and I really like the mechanic that it can change types. If not Oricorio, then Pidgeot, for the same reason as Growlithe. I used it in my main team for Fire Red, and again, it's sentimental, and even though it's not my strongest Pokemon on the team, it's still, like, it really helps my team. Like, it helps with weaknesses, like, if Arcanine's out, then Pidgeot can handle the grass types, or it defends against flying types. That's really good. Favorite dark-type Pokemon? I'd say Sableye. It was really cool to me, like a really cool design with the diamonds, and everything. And also, when I first started using Sableye, it was in my Pokemon White, and at the time, Sableye had no weaknesses. I didn't realize this, but I noticed it was, like, really strong. So, yeah, that would be why, because it had no weaknesses at the time, since fairy types weren't a thing. Favorite Steel-type Pokemon? There aren't a whole lot of Steel types that really appeal to me, but Togedemaru, it's the Pikachu of Alola, pretty much. There's a Pikachu knockoff in every generation. Well, in the first one it was Pikachu. In Johto, it was actually Pichu and Meryl. Apparently people called Meryl Peekaboo for a long time. And in Hoenn it was Plusle and Minun. In Sinnoh it was Pachirisu. In Unova it was Emolga. In Kalos it was Dedenne. And in Alola it's Togedemaru. So it was mainly just so you can identify Togedemaru. I got off track there. But I'm making my Alola Pokemon team. I do this for every region. And Togedemaru is my electric type on the team. And so I'm actually, like, having teams since Kalos has really had me grow on the new Pokemon. And Togedemaru is one of them. I like its Iron Barbs and Lightning Rod abilities. Those are both like really useful abilities. Favorite fighting type Pokemon? Lucario. I always thought it was cool since I first saw it. And when I was playing through Pearl, and I was trying to figure out where the heck can I get that Pokemon once I was at the 3rd gym. Sarah. She's spying on me. You gonna go or what? She's spying on me through the door. So ever since the 3rd gym in Sinnoh, I'm thinking, where can I get this really cool Pokemon? But I couldn't find it. The Pokedex didn't have any locations. And so eventually, near the end, there was this guy named Riley who had a Lucario on his team, and focus. He ends up giving you an egg for a Riolu, and that. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. Stuff keeps coming up. Yeah, he ends up giving you an egg for Riolu, and then that eventually evolves into Lucario. So I was so excited. I ended up, when it hatched, I named it Riley. But yeah, I was so happy that he like basically gave me a Lucario. So favorite ground type Pokemon, Cubone. If you've ever seen Pokemon Origins, it is so sad and sweet, and it's adorable. Oh, I feel so bad for it. Question 12, favorite bug type Pokemon. Definitely Venonat. It's on my team for Kanto, and it's just the cutest bug type I've ever seen. I don't know what it is, but Venonat is adorable to me. I'm sorry, Venomoth is on my team, but obviously that evolves from Venonat. Question 13, favorite water-type Pokemon. Vaporeon, also because it's on my team, and Vaporeon saved me from Charizard. I will tell you that. Remember how I mentioned that Gary ends up picking Charizard, or Charmander, because you picked Bulbasaur? Well, when I got to Silph and I went in there, and I saw him there, I saved before going to battle him, thank goodness, and I got through almost all his Pokemon, except he had his Charizard left. I hadn't seen him since he had a Charmeleon, and so he brought it out. Flamethrower knocked out every single Pokemon on my team in one shot. And so I left, I started training, and at the time I still had an Eevee. I was thinking, before this I was thinking, I wonder, should I maybe wait before evolving Eevee? Like, Vaporeon was my favorite of the 3, but I'm thinking maybe there's some strategy to this. So, yeah, I hadn't evolved Eevee yet. I got my butt kicked by Gary, very different from what happened a few days ago. And so I eventually realized, hey, I can go get a Water Stone and evolve Eevee into Vaporeon. So I did, Then I taught it Water Pulse through TM, and Water Pulse saved me from Charizard. I beat that thing so fast, like at most 3 hits, but I vaguely it might be in the final, in the champion battle that I'm thinking. I do remember 1-hit KOing Charizard. That was lovely. So yeah, I love Vaporeon because of that. And the other one that I like, in probably like second place, is Tapu Fini. It's the island guardian of Pawnee Island. I hope I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's really beautiful, and just, I was going through all the water types of Alola, trying to decide on one to add to my Alola team. And I kind of wasn't thinking, but I was choosing Decidueye from the beginning, so Primarina was not an option, and also Tapu Fini is a legendary. So I don't usually use legendaries, but that's why it like isn't really a part of my team. But so yeah, I had focus. I'm losing my train of thought. I had laid out its moveset and everything, and it had a beautiful moveset. It had, like, Muddy Water, Moonblast, Nature's Power, Nature's Madness, sorry. And one other move, it was definitely Water type. I don't remember exactly what it was. I have it here. What am I doing trying to figure this out? Hang on. I have too many little sticky... I don't have it here because I took it down, so I'm not using a legendary. But yeah, it had a beautiful moveset. I don't think it was Water Pulse, but at one point I made a Hydro Pump, but because of the low accuracy, I took that off and changed it for something else. But yeah, it was like so strong, and I wish that I like wasn't hesitant on putting legendaries on my team, because that would have been so great. Okay, so question 14, favorite psychic type Pokemon? I would say Meloetta or Celebi. As you might know, I'm not sure whether or not I mentioned this, but I'm in 2 choirs and to take voice lessons, and I'm going to start singing in the worship band on Wednesday at church. So music is like very active in my life, and my ankle hurts from sitting like that. So music is like a big part of my life, and so Meloetta is like, she's a singer, in aria form, and in her pirouette form she's a dancer, even though that's not a psychic type. Her pirouette form is a fighting type, actually. I also took dance for like 11 years and a few months, so that's really cool for me. With Celebi, I don't know, it's really cute, and just, I heard that the GS ball was something to do with Celebi, and while I hate the fact that they just left the GS ball alone, I still really like Celebi. They could have done something really cool with it. So, yeah, it also has some really neat specials in the series, whether I think it's in an episode, not just a movie, but also an episode. So, yeah, it's just a really cool Pokemon with time travel. I usually hate time travel, but especially recently with Timeless, I've liked it a little more. Also, Back to the Future. It was one of my favorite time travel stories before that. Question 15. Did you know that there was that many types of Pokemon? Yeah, I did, and there's actually a few more. 18 in total, at least for now. And 18 is enough types. And if we do add any more, we need to not change older Pokemon into that type. It worked for Magnemite, but not for most of the fairy types. No. You changed too many. Changing, like, a couple or making more new fairy type Pokemon would be fine. But I don't like that you changed so many old Pokemon into fairy types, so that's the biggest reason why I hated fairy types for a while because of that. but mainly because of like Flabébé and that line, I'm growing on them a little bit. Only the new ones. I don't like the fact that they changed the old ones. Question 16. What Pokemon scares you the most? I would say Bannet and Mega Lucario. The reason Bannet is because its Pokedex entry is about, it was an abandoned doll, and now it's seeking the girl who disowned it. And that's a little creepy. For Mega Lucario, there was an episode when Karina, a gym leader in Kalos, Mega evolved her Lucario for the first time, and it tried to kill her. And that was freaky for me. It's like, no, that made me like completely against Mega Evolution for a while until I saw the Mega Evolution specials. Question 17. Have you ever had a dream or nightmare of Pokemon? Strangely, I don't think I ever have. I don't usually remember my dreams, so maybe, but I don't remember any dreams about Pokemon. So, question 18. What do you think of the new black and white Pokemon? It's not new anymore, but it's not the best generation, but it's not as bad as so many people make it out to be. And a few of the Pokemon are actually kind of cool. Let's see. Like Meloetta, for example. There are a few that might be joke Pokemon, but they are kind of funny looking, like Stunfisk. It's kind of just, like, it's something that you can laugh a little bit at. And, like, Serperior was really cool. I was able to beat the entire Pokemon League with just Serperior, level 100, of course. Not my first time around, but the second time. Yeah, just Serperior and a bunch of items. But yeah, it's not as bad as people make it seem. A lot of people, there's one video I saw, about discussing the different generations of Pokemon, and they get to Gen 5, and they're like, we don't discuss this generation. But yeah, it's really not that bad. Question 19, which Pokemon is the cutest? I didn't really put a lot of thought into this one because, like, I kind of just wanted to get to it, and this is the last one I had to answer since I was kind of jumping around. But right now I'm going to say Flabébé. It turns out to be the smallest Pokemon there is, and it's pretty cute. It's actually on my Kalos team. It's the reason I started liking fairy types a little bit. I mentioned that earlier. Question 20. This is like real world scenarios. A Zangoose invades your home. What do? Run. Just run. You get out of the house. You run. You don't want that thing to slice you. Question 21. You're in the park and a Lillipup walks up to you and whimpers because he's hungry. What do? I'd give him food if I had any. Just nothing that would like make him sick, because like, if you give dogs chocolate, they'll usually get sick, unless you're Harry, my dog. Question 22. If you were drowning in the water, who would you want more to help you? A Floatzel or Lady Hydra? I don't even know who Lady Hydra is, so Floatzel. Question 23. You arrive to school or college, and you see that there's a Rattata in your backpack. How do you react? I'd laugh. I'd laugh my head off because I would remember the first episode of Pokemon where the Pokedex calls Ash stupid using this. So, let's see if I can quote it. So a Rattata, first of all, is like rummaging through Ash's backpack while he tries to go catch a Pidgey. So he chases it off a little bit, and so Pokedex is like, Rattata, the forest Pokemon. It likes to eat nuts and berries. Yeah, but this isn't a forest, it's an open field. It also likes to come out into open fields to steal food from stupid travelers. So that means I'm stupid? Just the way that it all played out, the emphasis, the fact that he had to ask. I love that. So, yeah, I'd probably laugh like crazy because of that. Then I would stop for a second, realizing that it also called me stupid if it's rummaging through my backpack. But then I'd just start laughing again because it's still funny. Question 24. You find a small group of Nidoran living in your basement. How do you react? Watching out for their poison point, because that's their ability half the time. I would want one as a pet. The girls are so cute. I mean, I don't know if it's just the blue, but they're adorable. So, question 25. You see a Dratini sleeping in your bed. What do you do? I wouldn't want to really wake it up. I mean, I don't want to bother it, so I'd probably sleep on the floor. I mean, I used to do it all the time, and it's a lot more comfortable than you'd think. No one forced me to sleep on the floor. I just did it, for whatever reason. Mainly because, as we've seen a few times in my videos, my dog, Carmen, she can open my bedroom door, and by laying in front of it, she couldn't do that. Question 26. A Minccino is hungry and it begs for food from you. What do you do? I'd give it some food if I had any on me, same as Lillipup. Question 27. A Drillbur wants to race you. You running on land and him digging underground. Do you accept? I might, just for the heck of it. I know I would lose, but just to give Drillbur some fun. Okay. Sorry. Question 28. A Vulpix is all snuggled up in your bed sleeping. Do you let it sleep or do you kick it out? No, I would... I'm sorry, I'm reading this directly. My responses. No, I would not kick it out. That would be way too cute. I'd obviously let it sleep. Question 29. You're fishing and you catch a fish. Then you see a hungry Oshawott. Would you give the fish to him? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I probably wouldn't eat it myself. I wouldn't know how to cook it myself. Question 30. Did you know that you have 20 more questions left? Yeah, I had seen when I clicked the tag that there were 50 questions in here, and we're at question 30 now. So, yeah. Question 31. You find a Pikachu in your pile of clothes. What do you do? I'd get some rubber gloves, just so it won't shock me, and I'd probably try to be friends with it. I'm super childish, I know. Question 32. You see a Piplup in your freezer. What do you do? I'd probably just stand there and wonder how it got there. Question... Did I say 22 before? 32. And now question 33. A Squirtle wants to swim in your pool or lake. Do you allow him to do so? Sure. No reason not to. Question 34. A Weasel finds an item very precious to you in the water. How do you thank him? I'm not sure I would have anything that he'd like, but first off, I'd hug him. Then I'd see if I can give him something or do a favor for him. Question 35. Can you guess how long this tag took to write? A long time, to have 50 questions. Question 36. You find a Clamperl. Do you take its pearl? No, it would get mad at me. Question 37. A Lickitung wants some food. Do you give some to it? I think we've established that I would give food to just about any Pokemon. Question 38. You're caught in a lightning storm and a Blitzel offers to protect you from the lightning bolts that may or may not appear. Do you accept and give him something in return? And if so, what would you give him? Knowing that Blitzel doesn't have Lightning Rod as an optional ability, as far as I know, I'm not sure I'd let him stay out in the storm, but also knowing that electric isn't very effective on electric types. I wrote here electric isn't very effective on electrics. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, that would mean that it shouldn't hurt him too much, so I'd probably leave it up to him. If he did stay, first thing I'd give him would probably be a full restore or a max revive, depending on whether or not he ended up fainting from the lightning or not. If he didn't get hurt at all, and even after this, don't know exactly what I would give him. Not sure. I'd give him something, but I'm not sure what. Question 39. You accidentally step on a Pineco and it gets mad at you. What do you do? Based on, I think it was in Hoenn, Brock's Pineco would constantly explode. Or maybe in Hoenn it was a Fortress at the time. Anyway, either way, it would constantly explode, so I would avoid the explosion first, then go apologize while it can't blow me up. Question 40. Do you know that you only have 10 more questions left? Yeah. Question 41. You're wandering in the desert and come to a small oasis and you see a panpour. How do you ask for it to give you a spray of water to quench your thirst for water? I'd probably give my usual, hey there, what's up greeting, and then I'd ask if I can have a drink. If I'm literally on the edge of dying of thirst, I'd ask for a drink first, as politely as I can, while freaking out about death. And then we'd start a conversation while I'm there. Question 42. A giant Snorlax blocks you from entering your house. How do you move it? First option would be the Poke-Flute, but if I'm not that far in the game yet, I'd have to find another way around, since apparently you can't just throw a Pokeball at it while it's asleep. Even though you put it to sleep during battle so that you can, catch it. Why? What's the point? Just throw the Pokeball. Sorry. Question 43. A Pidove keeps annoying you with its Pidove call. Do you ask it to stop or do you take action? If so, what do you do? I'd ask it to stop first, but if it's like my sister and says, I'm just having fun, in a taunting way, and it keeps going, then I'd threaten it with my claws that can rip packing tape. I wouldn't have the guts to hurt it, though. I mean, it's a little bird. Question 44. Are you ready for questions about legendary Pokemon? Okay. Question 45. You see a Reshiram appear in front of you and releases a mighty roar. How would you react? I'd probably just stand there for a second, take a picture or a video for my best friend Liv, and for you guys too. I mean, if a Reshiram just showed up, who wouldn't want proof of that? Question 46. A Delibird offers you food. Do you accept it? Since Delibird's gifts are bombs 70% of the time, I think it's 70%, somewhere around there. It's definitely more than 50% of the time. I probably would not. Question 47. An Entei appears in front of you and it doesn't look hostile. Do you pet it or run away? If it lets me get that close, I'd pet it and take a picture or a video. Question 48. A Zekrom offers to zap 5 enemy of yours. What 5 people do you tell him to zap? Beautiful Disasters X, this guy named Daniel. Christy, you know who I'm talking about. I don't have a lot of enemies, but that's a good thing. So, those 2. Maybe split the 5 zaps between them. Question 49. Latios and Latias challenge you to a race. Do you accept? Depending on how far it is. I'll race for their enjoyment, but I'm not going across the world for no real reason. Question 50. Was this pretty fun to fill out? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want me to make more questions? I'd say 3 or so. It was just a lot of questions. They were fun, though. So, yes. Yes, they were fun. So, yeah, that's the Pokemon tag that I found. I was starting to worry that this was going to be like an hour long because it has 50 questions, but it turned out only to be half that long. So, yeah, I guess that's it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!